Hello! Today we are going to play Ghost Lady. This is actually the first game of the Royal Realms of Wolvesville in which I actually get to play. Today we are Ghost Lady, we are our RV. As you can see, we have only 2 RVs in the role list appearing, meaning we are one of the 3. And we are gonna protect 15, and as you can see, we actually save 15 here as well, which means that we're gonna get an interesting situation. Let's hope 15 is something good. There's a lot of claims, as always. 3, 4 and 8 are all claiming Aura Seer. 4 is saying 9 is good, but also is going to ask 9's role, because I don't know why, probably not a real Aura Seer but a powerful role. 3 and 8 have conflicting info on 10, who claims Sheriff. 8 claims that 10 is evil and 3 says they are good. So people will tend to trust 3 at the moment a little bit more. 15 is claiming Beast Hunter as well as 6. Of course, there is some sort of RV claim with 15 because they said I'm RVBH, even if Beast Hunter is actually fixed. They didn't realize that. 14 claimed Jailer, was not on the same team as 2, who claimed Sheriff. And there's only 1 detective, which makes things a lot easier. 13 is only Ritualist, by the way, and 12 is the only Butcher claim. So at the moment there's a lot of things that we already do know, namely the detective, the Ritualist and the Jailer. Unless someone who is corrupted is one of those roles. But yeah, that's unlikely. At the moment, of course, we are going to vote for 2. I'm a little bit slow because I still have to process the things. I'm definitely not as good as most players in this tournament. Four is actually Gunner, indeed, as I told you. 9 good is not real info. And they shot 8 to clear up the mess. Of course, that is an Aura Seer gone and unlikely to revive because there's a Ritualist in the game. But at least it clears up a lot of stuff here, because we know that 3 is definitely a fake Aura Seer and 10 is evil by 8. Also, we do know that there is only 1 Aura Seer who is dead at the moment. No kill from the Corruptor because the Corruptor, of course, died before they could have killed. And 1 actually dies by the Werewolves using the Confusion Werewolf ability because the role is hidden. But since 1 is the only Butcher claim, we can assume that 1 is gonna be Butcher here. 9 is actually talking now, claiming Aura Seer and try to save some teammates. And here they got shot by 4. And of course 9 turns out to be Junior Werewolf, tags the Ritualist. Probably not the best tag, honestly, because there are werewolves who are pushing the tough guy already, which kind of says that 7 is gonna be a real tough guy. And there are also just better targets. Even the detective could be a better one. I guess the Jailer is probably the best tag here, but the Ritualist, it's not a bad tag by any means. It's just not the best tag that you could have here. So at the moment it's really between 3 and 10. They're definitely both bad. And the Corruptor is dead, the Junior Werewolf is dead, so there's only 2 evils left after 3 and 10 have gone. Namely 2 werewolves or 1 werewolf and a Fool. It kind of depends on what 3 and 10 are exactly. Of course 10, we know that 10 is going to be like some sort of evil role. But yeah, 3 could be Fool and could be werewolf. We yet have to see that. They are not confirmed by any means. And here we go. 10 is actually going to be Berserk, meaning the random werewolf is a Berserker, which is really ideal now because that means that there's no Shaman in the game and no other things we have to keep in mind. There's just a Confusion Werewolf and a Wolfseer left and a Fool. But there is almost no way anymore to actually distinguish between Fool and werewolves, especially not if 3 is getting executed by the last bullet, namely by Jailer, and turns out to be Confusion Werewolf, which means there is no Informer, neither any bullet that is going to distinguish between Fool and Wolfseer. This is going to be hard. There is technically a few options we have here. First of all, the RVs. 7 claims tough guy, so maybe 7 can encounter the Wolfseer at night and find out who the Wolfseer is. Also, the Jailer can do some stuff, and technically speaking, the Wolfseer could accidentally trigger the Beast Hunter trap, because there is, of course, still a Beast Hunter. At the moment, I am gonna be confirmed good with 7. The only detective checked me with 7. And since I'm confirmed good by 15, and 15 is not confirmed good, by the way, and 7 claims tough guy. And there is no Evo anymore with 2 or more players. Like, there's not 2 werewolves, so it's not possible that one of us is like fake or that we are both fake. So yeah, it's confirmed now that I'm RV Ghost Lady and 7 is RV Tough Guy, meaning we only have 1 RV left, which is probably gonna be 16 that claimed Ghost Lady. There's still some pushing on 16. We are really unsure on who to vote here. At the moment, the main suspects here, of course, we know that 4, 5, 7, me, 14 are good. 16 is likely good, but it's really between 6, 11 and 15. 15 is actually saved by me, which could give them credit, but yeah, it can be saved from the werewolves on the Fool, who knows. 15 could be Fool, but I could also technically have saved 15 from the Corruptor if 15 is like werewolf. And here, nobody is actually getting killed. This is probably the best thing that the werewolf can do, to leave everything in the open, because if you're gonna attack and the jailer jailed like the Fool, then the jailer can just say who they've jailed, and that player cannot have attacked, meaning that the other guy is exposed. That's why the werewolf did not kill, and on top of that you have the risk, of course, of encountering the tough guy or the beast hunter trap. And here we have the info that 11 is on the same team as 7 and 12, or aka me. And that means that 11 is confirmed good. 11 actually kind of claimed beast hunter, not very directly ever. Or I missed it in the editing. But yeah, 11 is the beast hunter, and 6 and 15 claim beast hunter too. Meaning that 6 and 15 are going to be the last guys standing here. They have to be the werewolf and the Fool. But how can we distinguish who is who? There's a lot of speculation going on in the chat, by the way. We don't really know for sure. There's a heavy suspicion that 6 is Fool at the moment. 6 is actually pushing 15. 15 is pushing 16. Which kind of gives me the clue that 15 is a werewolf, because werewolves are likely to push villagers. But yeah, it's the Royal Realms of Wolvesville. It's the best players playing here, or at least some of the best players, and they can really do anything. It doesn't say anything, to be fair, if 15 is pushing 6 or 16, because at this level, werewolves and Fool will have the same strategy, or will just mix up the strategies that you would normally encounter in sandbox games and also in quick games. If there's even people that have that IQ in quick games, I don't really know. Now we have more info. Well, kind of useless. 12 does not equal 15. Well, we already kind of knew that, because 15 has to be one of the last 2. And we are trying to figure out some stuff right here. 5 suggests that 1 was hacked by a corruptor on the first day, and that I should have saved 15 from werewolves because of that, meaning that 15 is Fool and 6 is a werewolf. However, as we can see here as well, 1 claimed Butcher day 1, meaning they could not have been corrupted, because if they had been corrupted, then, well, they could not talk. So that theory doesn't really hold ground. But what we do have, and I didn't realize this in time, but if we would go back to day 1, and we see that 4 pushes 9, 9 never really speaks, so this may suggest that 9 is actually corrupted on day 1. So in that case, the corruptor did actually successfully corrupt someone. 9 just didn't die because 2 died. And that would mean that 15 is indeed Fool, and as we can see here, we are lynching 15 and 15, and we have some lag.
A few moments later.
And 15 is indeed Fool. There was a little bit of lag here. I don't know, my internet is not always the most stable. But yeah, 15 is Fool. I basically saved the Fool on night 1 as Ghost Lady, and also made them win. So yeah, that was a funny game. One of the most memorable games for sure, easily. Also one in which I played a crucial role, probably for the worst. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. If you loved what you just saw, then make sure to check out this juicy video I have here for you. You can also subscribe and turn on epic notifications to never miss a future upload. My social links, including Discord server, are in the link tree. Link is in the description. I will see you later, and don't be a traitor.